We've got two basketball players from the same team in this week's Hottest Cards, plus baseball and UFC. The top 5 hottest cards starts now.
My name is Jeff Wilson. By day, I invest in tech companies. And at night, I invest in sports cards. Join me on my journey to profit from the hobby we all love.
Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday. I hope your week is going, well, better than the Brooklyn Nets week. Hopefully you have stayed out of harm's way, unlike Kyrie and Harden. Man, I kind of hope those guys can get it back together because I would like to see a full strength series here against the Bucks, but we will see what happens. Of course, today's episode is brought to you by eBay, your #1 spot for cards and collectibles. With the largest inventory of sports cards from basketball to soccer and buyers from all over the globe, eBay is the leading place to buy, sell, and invest your cards. And ladies and gentlemen, I got some big news today. I'm excited to share this with you. In the last 30 days, my team here at Sports Card Investor has added over 13,000 new cards into our Market Movers database. In 30 days, over 13,000 new cards in 30 days. We have by far the largest database of its type, tracking the daily price movements of sports cards. And by the way, this could be kind of an important time to track the daily price movements. They've been going down, but at some point they're going to start to go back up again. So it could be a really good time to stay on top of the market. And here's the best part. You can now do it for free. You can download the new Market Movers app. This is different than the Sports Card Investor app. This is the Market Movers app. Go to the App Store on your phone, search for Market Movers, and it allows you to search our entire database of sports cards a few times a day for free to try it out and see how comprehensive our data is. Again, look for Market Movers in the App Store on your phone. All right, guys, the time is now. It is time for today's top 5 hottest cards. Starting off this list in number 5. Man, I'm happy to see this guy on this list this week, Deandre Ayton. And I'm happy for Deandre Ayton because he has the stigma that will probably forever be carried around by the fact that the Phoenix Suns drafted him ahead of Luka Doncic and ahead of Trae Young. But you know what? The Suns can be proud in Deandre Ayton because he's having himself quite a postseason, and the Suns, they are having themselves a fantastic postseason. And sports card investors are excited with what they've seen from the Suns, most recently sweeping the Denver Nuggets in a 4-game series. Quite an effort by Phoenix. And Deandre Ayton, he's been averaging a double-double throughout the course of the playoffs. He's right now averaging over 15 points per game, over 10 rebounds per game, and he's certainly been a key member of that Suns squad. His card prices, they've also been pretty key as well. They are all going up. And here I brought 3 of his popular rookie cards up on the screen. I've got his 2018 Optic base card in PSA 10, his 2018 Prism base card in PSA 10, and his 2018 Select Concourse card in PSA 10. What you will notice is they are all going up and to the right. And in fact, if we switch by percentage change, you can see the fact that over the last 30 days, his Select Concourse card is up 57%. His Optic base card is also up, 46%. And his Prism base card is up 21%. So no matter which Deandre Ayton card you own, you've done pretty well over the last month. In our number 4 spot, we're switching to baseball and we're coming back home right here to Atlanta. We're going with Ozzie Albies, the great player for the Braves, the 24-year-old second baseman. Now, of course, when most people think of the Braves, they think of Acuna or maybe Freddie Freeman after the season he had last year. But Albies is a very important member of the team and a young up-and-coming player. And what's significant right now is that over the last month, he's played really, really great, and that has him in line to potentially start in the All-Star game. And that would be his first time, obviously, doing that. That would be a big accomplishment for him. Baseball card investors are taking notice. Here we are with his 2018 Topps base card in PSA 10. And you can see this one is going up and to the right. This card was not very expensive. You could have bought this card in PSA 10 for $31.50 exactly 30 days ago. But with the recent rise of this card, it's all the way up to $50 now. That's a 58.7% increase over the last 30 days. What's interesting is his Topps Chrome card hasn't started to move up quite as much yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we see his Topps Chrome jump in the next few days, as his Topps has been showing this pattern of increasing over the course of the last week. Speaking of Atlanta, we've got a great card show coming here July 16th through 18th. It's going to be a big show, over 400 tables. It is called the Culture Collision Trade Show. If you are anywhere near Atlanta, you're going to want to come in for this. Even if you aren't, it might be worth flying in for it. You can find out all of the information. Just Google Atlanta Culture Collision Trade Show, and you'll see all the information and be able to buy tickets right there. Okay, guys, let's go to our third guy on the list today, and we are going back to the Phoenix Suns. Another great player on that Suns team who played an instrumental role in their sweep of the Denver Nuggets. That would be Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul, he may be later on in his career, 36 years old, but this guy's not playing like it. In fact, he just dropped 37 points to really cement the Suns' victory and advance the Suns onto the next round of the playoffs. One could say he's playing some of the best basketball of his entire career, despite the fact that he is, I don't know, a senior citizen by basketball, by NBA standards these days, it seems. But Chris Paul has been doing absolutely exceptional. His card prices, they've been doing pretty good as well. I brought 3 of his cards up here on the screen. I got his 2005 Topps card in PSA 10, his 2005 Topps card in PSA 9, and then his Topps Chrome card in PSA 10. Guys, these are all super low population cards. Look, we've got a pop 184 on his Topps card in PSA 10, 145 on that Topps card in PSA 9, and 236 on that Topps Chrome card in PSA 10. All of these cards are going up and to the right, and in fact, over the course of the last, let's see, this is only the last 2 weeks, the last 14 days, his Topps Chrome card in PSA 10 is up 21%. His Topps card in PSA 10 is up 62% in 14 days, 62%. And his Topps card in PSA 9 is up 78%. So very, very nice increases in Chris Paul cards over the last 2 weeks. In the number 2 spot, we're going back to baseball, and we're going with a player who has really stepped his game up this year. Jesse Winker of the Cincinnati Reds. In fact, it was just revealed that Winker is one of the leading vote getters for the All-Star game this year, and deservedly so. This guy is having an absolute career year. He is second in Major League Baseball in batting average with a .344 batting average, and he's tied for 5th in home runs, tied with Shohei Ohtani with 17 home runs for 5th place. And here's the crazy thing. In his career so far, he's never hit more than 16 home runs in an entire season. And here he is with 17 home runs, and we're just 63 games into the season. As you can expect, this makes baseball card investors excited. His cards, they're going up. And this is his 2017 Topps Chrome Rookie Auto Raw card. So this is a raw condition card. Not a whole lot of Jesse Winker's cards are graded. So we're looking at one of his raw condition cards here in Market Movers. This was a card that was $15 90 days ago. If you go back 90 days before the season started, that card was $15. And this card has, you know, been, it was for a while around $25. Again, dip back underneath $20. But recently, this card's been going for $65. It's been selling up at $65 consistently, up at 50 plus, 60 plus, up into that $65 range. That's pretty outstanding. That's a 339% increase over the last 90 days. Very deserving for Jesse Winker to be number 2 in this week's list. For the number 1 player in this week's list, it once again is an example that one big moment can cause a player's cards prices to surge. And that's exactly what happened with your new UFC champion, Brandon Moreno, over the weekend. And Brandon Moreno is an unlikely UFC champion. He, of course, won the flyweight title this past weekend, but he's unlikely because he was actually cut from the UFC roster in 2018. He made his way back into the UFC by winning a smaller promotion, and now here he is in 2021 as a UFC champion. He called it the best moment of his life. He was an underdog going into his fight, but it didn't matter. He prevailed a champion, and when that type of thing happens, his card prices, they are a champion to right now. This is his 2021 Prism UFC Silver card, and you guys know Prism UFC came out just a few months ago. That has been a really hot set. People have gone gaga over Prism UFC. And this silver card's been available on the market now for the last couple of months. You could have bought this card for as little as $8.75. There were a bunch of these cards that sold in the $10 to $15 range over the course of many days. But then, all of a sudden, he wins. And what happens? Literally overnight, this card goes from around $20. It shoots all the way up to over $100. And there's several sales of this card recently at that high price point. So this card literally, basically 5x overnight by way of him winning that flyweight championship as an underdog. It's incredible what one big moment can do to somebody's card prices. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed our top 5 cards this week. Hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon. Can you believe we are almost at 100,000 subscribers? We're gonna be there soon. Every subscriber matters. Hit that subscribe button and that bell icon if you haven't already. And check out the Market Movers app. As I mentioned, you can play around with it for free, and it is by far the largest database of its type. This is different than the Sports Card Investor app. Go and search for Market Movers in the App Store. Check out the new app, whether you're on Android or Apple. It is there in the app stores. Search for Market Movers and check it out. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back in a couple of days with our next episode. Take care.